The process on the other side, the P5+1, is, in the view of many, not very good. And it has problems of personality, has problems of internal differences, as Ken pointed out early on, which are only reflected in the USG, but may be easier to resolve in the USG than they are in the P5+1 at the moment. But I think that can be done. Secondly, I think we have to stick with what we have got and try to make the best use of it and see where we can go. The notion that the bilaterals are going to be millennial, I think, is wrong. I think they're necessary, but probably not sufficient in the end. And even at the end of a very successful bilaterals, you'd want to go back to the P5+1 and then maybe to the Security Council for some ratification and reinforcement process, because they're all engaged in this. And I think that that's important. But I think we ought to be open-minded about the scope of negotiations. I think we should be single-minded about a determination to keep the negotiating process going, even if it involves a few extra hours in Almaty to try to set another time in another place if we can, or a commitment if you can't get the other, that we will come together again fairly soon and good to move it ahead. We have to respect internal Iranian processes, however much we may disparage them. And if they want to have a new president in place before they undertake difficult negotiations, and that's a significant sign that maybe if that process is passed, we could get on a little further, okay, we've got to accept that. I don't think the time is pushing us as rapidly as that. I certainly hope it's not. I think it's a good sign that the Iranians continue to convert 20% material to metallic powder as opposed to keeping it gaseous form. And that's minor technical stuff. It can be reversed, but it gives us a little extra window of time. And I'm not a physicist, so I can't tell you how much, but at least I'm persuaded it gives you a little bit of extra time, and that's helpful. So I think that time, openness, Ken's principles are all right in trying to deal with this. And we ought to try to manage process to suit our needs, but that ought not to become the end-all and be-all of the problem.